Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's time for some more Workers and Resources, where the coal core is working. Finally. After a million goddamn years. And 4 restarts? I don't even remember. Just a pile of little nitpicky things went terribly wrong every time I tried to launch the core, but it worked in the end after, I remembered to say, put in an X here. That helped a lot, and also remembered that I needed to set up the semaphores on this rail line, because it turns out I just left them on both ways, and it's okay. It's fine. We still have a few more kinks to work out, primarily with the garbage, which isn't a huge shock. A heavy industry core like this does tend to produce incomprehensible amounts of garbage. And I'm doing my best with it, but I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. We're hauling away as much of the mixed waste as we can into here, and this is kind of overflowing. I've got my first bit of data in so far on our exports. So for the month of August so far, we've cleared 64,000. Last month, I cleared 112,000. That was our first month exporting coal. At least with something secret I managed to acquire. And that, dear comrades, is Western technology. And I think we're going to have to go get some more of it. So, at this point in time, we have effectively the worst open wagons possible. They are absolute hot garbage. And here comes the coal export. Now it's the garbage train doing 171 tons of mixed waste, as it does. As it does. At some point we'll maybe burn it. Honestly, I've really reconsidered needing a gravel mine. I'm pretty sure that once I have modern industry and get the gravel separation plant, I'm just going to start burning this stuff and salvaging the construction waste and the gravel and calling it a day. It's easier than dealing with the other problems. Here comes the coal export train. I knew I just had to wait here. It runs pretty frequently. So, here we have 4 glorious NATO cars. This is the 72-ton hopper. This is the 24-ton hopper. This train is capable of exporting such incredible quantities of coal, and I can get another 200 tons on there by switching over completely to the NATO hoppers, which I will do. That said, I do need to send a train out to the NATO customs house, which is quite a journey, but that's fine. I'm gonna then actually, purchase a new vehicle mechanism. I found out the problem, by the way, was that I didn't put an X here at this junction, so we were never technically connected to the customs house in a two-way fashion. Unfortunately, we only had a one-way connection to the customs house, which was not considered good enough. So at any rate, get me another PM3. Honestly, I probably need a second one. You know what? I do. You know what? Let's take out another 2 million in loans right now and buy a second PM3. And when you're done, you're going to depot, sir. Because I need to increase the speed at which we can export the waste, and I need to increase the speed at which we can, deal with everything else. It'll be fine. Okay. Alright. So, this PM3 will be given a mission. There it is. Zagorzalek Customs House. It must cross the entire country and come back to us. And it can come back bearing the most valuable of cargo. What happened to the agriculture plants? Good question, Nix. I decided that I didn't want to have to learn new farm mechanics, and I'm waiting for 1958 when we unlock modern industry. That's what happened. I'm waiting for the modern farms. Yeah. So yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, so another 2 years. Yep. Sometimes things get put on hold like that. It happens. You didn't go back here or anything, did you? I'm already slowly getting lost in my own country. It's kind of horrifying. Anyway, so this thing's just doing 386 tons of waste on a regular basis at this point. Alright, transfer these over. Good. So, I need this thing to be able to go faster, transiting the fucking waste, because it's struggling, which is not great. Wait on both ends. Okay. I mean, this old thing, it's 22 years old. It has only about 30,000 kilometers on the odometer. It's not bad. I'm trying to think if there's anywhere I can still use it. Alright, I just want to check. We have some reserve coaling building up anywhere? No. Well, supposedly we have here that should be acceptable. I am extremely concerned that without a transfer engine, that this is not actually getting coal pumped into it. And I'm pretty sure that I now have a train barreling towards the NATO Customs House somewhere with no fuel in it. Maybe. To be fair, I think this coaling station over here might still be operational. I'm not sure if I ever bothered to sever it. Yeah, it looks like I did. So that's not great. And this is why, as a general best practice, there's the track builder. Hang on. The only thing hang on, I might be able to select it from here. No, for some reason you can't choose the associated buildings. I have to go over to the customs house over here. All related vehicles. Could you let me know where this thing is? Yeah. It's actually already almost there. Fuck me. Fuck me sideways. Holy shit, that thing is fast. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate, because it's not going to have fuel. Because there's a million little things that go wrong. Just a million little things, like, oh, this needs a friggin' thing in order, like a pump engine between it, or else it's not actually going to coal. Because, you know, why not? I can probably, with any luck, still resolve this. Or my game could crash. That's also fun. Oh, you wanted to build a conveyor engine? Yeah, no, go fuck yourself. We'll be right back, folks. And we're back. So, I spent 5 minutes screwing around and created this janky contraption of absolute jank, but, I think, question mark, it should at some point. I don't know. Did you just coal it and then get coaled by it? You might have. I don't know. Either way, this should feed some bloody coal into the coaling station, and all should be well. Eventually. I recalled the PM3 to depot, so it's just going to be there until we can actually give it fuel. Thankfully, the ability to recall things to depot overrides it running out of fuel. Now, I drew an X out here. You know why I did? Because I finally did my environmental survey on the power plant and the steel mill. That X is 1,200 meters, or otherwise minimum safe distance for something that generates approximately 40 tons of pollution, which the steel mill does. I was really hoping I was going to be able to put that in the coal core. I don't know why I thought I was going to get to be that ambitious. Also, the power plant can go out here, which is nice. So, yeah. I guess the moral of the story here is always do your environmental surveys early, because otherwise that might happen. And the best laid plans of wet mice and men and all that jazz. Oh, good lord, I'm actually trying to get flat enough terrain to place this. Could be itself a nightmare. See if we can't bring this all up a bit. And at least rough out where I want my steel mill. Like, almost. Hang on. Let's just bring this up a bit further. This construction will lower the property value. Well, I'm going to tell you something now. It's going to lower the property value of Sandomira's a lot here. A lot. Okay. Let's get this mess flattened up if we can. Jesus. Okay. Yeah, it does kind of suck, but there's not much I can do outside of, like, bulldoze the town. It's almost there. Eat more, come on. There. A theoretical steel mill. I mean, honestly, as far as, like, the engines and stuff go, it shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. So I think these can actually go out pretty far. I feel like I should use the overpasses where possible. Because that will just make my life easier, you know? Unless I have to do a 90-degree turn or something. Or I'm doing some weird shit down here. I should probably rethink this one. Otherwise, it's going to be a huge issue later. The overpass might work here. Heck yeah, it will. Alright. And then finally... Can I get it? Yeah, there we are. Oh wait, no, that's gonna sever the potential connection for the roadway for the steel mill. The steel mill having all of its connections on one side is actually a logistical nightmare, and I hate it. Hang on, there is this one, right? That should allow for it. And if I just do this... Alright, so that's not the fact I still need to hook up a brick factory here and haven't necessarily roughed out the remainder of the setup for it. We'll see. Gotta hope at some point this can get done. I'm putting in a back set of 2 rail lines to this because we're going to need a lot of trains to be able to export all the coal we're producing, even with just 1 passenger train going. Like, eventually I'm going to get like somewhere between 3 and 5 running on this thing. We'll see. Depends on how much we actually need. It'll be a while, but yeah. So, how goes the construction, my construction sector? There's just the conveyor engine transfers left, and hopefully that'll get done soon. Alright. I'm totally not just buying time, because I wanted to show off what I was doing. But luckily I still have more stuff out here to rough out. So, that's always good filler during my episodes. It's not really filler, it's content, but hey. Okay, just not the content I was expecting to make today. So, this brick factory, can I... Oh god, it has to be so close over here, doesn't it? Well, it's not really a problem. God, that is... Oh wait, hold on. So, can I get... No, everything is just like ever so slightly too far away, and it's the worst. Alright. So, we'll put a brick factory here. Now, that would be core, which is not what the brick factory needs. The brick factory will need, however, a storage lot. Which conveniently can come equipped with a railway. In the event we need to ever, clean out a bunch of bricks. Good enough. Alright. And so for my next trick, I'm going to put this here. Delete this conveyor. Because again, trying to mix coal and coal ore is a bad idea. And do an aggregate overpass like this. Good. So that frees up most of what I'll need, like the large sums of coal for that can't be trained elsewhere. Go. That roughs out. Let's suspend that. That roughs out the line for the steel mill. I'm going to be putting the power plant here as well. Yeah, Krasnik also ain't going to survive. But, c'est la vie. Some places have to be turned into an industrial wasteland. But that'll do. That is going to be a steel mill we can run. Yeah, the construction sector will need to get it. It'll take a long time. It's technically not all that's left, because I also need the power plant and everything else, but that's okay. On the plus side, I'm making money. Now, has the... No. This would be, without question, asking far too much of my construction sector to be able to do even the most basic of jobs in a short time. Now, my construction sector has been great, but it is sometimes frustrating at how slow some of it can be. That's fine, though. Alright. Railway construction sector has also been fantabulous at just constructing all of the railway. We have laid so much track. Someday, you know, I might want to restore this project and get us connected to this. I'll try to anyway. I don't know, this doesn't really lead us anywhere, unfortunately. Because, like, even the Warsaw Railway goes north here. To this customs house. Isn't reachable from this junction, so... yeah. Although at some point, eventually, we'll have all this hooked up. God, I hope so anyway. Alright. So, how was August and September, by the way? 110,000 coal. Nice. 110,000 coal. Okay, so currently our current train can do 110,000 rubles of coal a month. That pays for itself very quickly, outside of the fact that we have to buy some hoppers for dollars to actually make that work. So, that's not bad. That pays for a lot, really. Okay. Just want to make sure waste is under control. Waste is under control. Okay. That is the last major pitfall I was worried about dealing with here in my coal core. Was trying to deal with the waste. But it appears we are in fact handling it. Because, yeah, no. If, like, even just this is fucking millions of dollars of steel, but it worked. Alright. So, I'm going to need the power plant, probably about here. I say, it's like, this is on top of, like, minimum safe distance. I'm probably going to cut this road and put the power plant here. Divert that line off. That makes the most sense. Collision. Train cannot pass. Okay. In my defense, whatever you were doing, you were colliding with yourself. That was not a planner error, for once. Shockingly. Alright, still like 300 days. Okay. Still, it's good to rough out the steel mill. Oh, building on fire. Ah, yes, the coal processing plant. Yeah, Leuven has a fire station. And it's not far. Part of why we have this set up. Will it even be done till 58? Probably not, given we actually only have 1.25 years right now. Until we can research modern industry. It most certainly will not be done. I'll probably take out like 10 million like rubles in loans when that rolls around and just start building. Because if I can get coal exports operational like in 57 in full swing, that's going to be the goal, I think. Then we should have no problem with that. Because even by my estimates and how much we're exporting now, each train I run should make me 150,000 a month. I'm hopeful I can run 3 trains, and I'm going to plan to run 3 trains. We'll also need the more passenger trains to keep the coal mine and everything else running 24/7. That's fine. That would be 450 grand a month. As far as capital goes, that is quite a bit. Finance coal expansion with coal exports. That's, yeah. We just need to get this shit online and operational. You know, it's proven at this point for how much money we can make off the back of coal. So I am willing to go in big and spend the capital. Even if, you know... alright, so just maybe one more bus for this one. good. It's already on its way. Yeah. Alright, so this is getting close to being done. Yeah, there's actually no connection here. Oh well. Speed it up a little. Alright. We just need... Okay, you guys are done, so... I'm gonna need more than 34%. But it's probably gonna request that. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is make another jump cut. And... back. Alright. We can coal our trains now. Hip hip hurrah! Thank God. There's a series in what ends up actually just being a million little mini crises that are always so frustrating. Alright. So, our lovely little PM3 locomotive here. So, you're 21 meters long. I just want to double check here on things like platform length. It's always annoyingly difficult to tell though. I don't know if there's any way to tell with the customs house, but I think 8 is the most we can do. I think. I'm going to stick to that as a size. Alright. So this locomotive is about to begin its journey. I really don't know why you chose to go that way on the civilian line, but sure. Begin its long journey to the NATO customs house, where it will explicitly be loading vehicles. At the NATO customs house. Stop production, stop production. What's going on? Oh yeah, small heat lights. I turned those off. If partially only to see if anyone dies horribly this winter, but I digress. So, we're going to have waiting for it here, 8 hoppers. Cracker wagon of the 70-ton variety. We will need to purchase or take out a loan to actually afford these, but that's fine, and I'm not really too concerned about it. This will, it'll actually only be $100 grand loan. I'll take out 200 grand to be safe. But we can easily pay for this with 1 or 2 trips of coal. Like, each of these, 72 tons of coal. Let's maybe do a little math, shall we? Let's maybe do a little math. Little math. Set. Hang on. What is the current price of coal? $43 a ton. I don't know if that's buy or sell. Sell. All right. So at $43.72, each thing, like each cargo load, will be worth 3,000 USD. It can literally pay itself off in 10 to 12 trips, which, while the trips are a bit long, maybe. Where the fuck is it? It could have already been here and left for all the hell I know. Probably not. God, I hope not. Yeah. So while the trips are a little long, it is a effective way to get some dollars. It's not great, because of the trip length. But, that's fine. I can wait. I can be patient. If it takes 1 year to pay itself off in NATO bucks, then that's fine. Yeah, it's doing well. It's almost here. Alright. So, fun fact, you can't leave on this line. And, there's a reason that the semaphore currently does not allow you to enter it. Ask me how I know. And ask me how stupid the AI is. Alright, so, as mentioned, we're going to need to take out probably about 200 grand. I'll, like, duration it out pretty heavily. That's fine. And, hang on. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Damn it, go with your 7. That's fine. Really scrap it. No. How do I sell? It's one too many, but... oh well. Yeah, brand new vehicle. Deliver to customs house. I have to deliver it on a train, don't I? Oh well. That's fine. How do you know? Yeah, it fucking happened to me, man. You guys were watching it. I was talking more to the YouTube audience. But yeah. So with this bad boy, I'm just going to start setting up its route on the way back. Because of course I am. Alright. So we're going to want to... oh no. Well, that's fine. You just have to get to your depot. It's going to take some time. On the plus side, the trains don't really care about the weather. It's nice. Alright. Lord knows. Okay, so that path got built. Should probably make sure no workers come from outside the CO, and I noticed there are no workers here at all. I just want to confirm everything's okay on this train line. Every goddamn time. Okay. This one I can deal with a little easier, I think, but... how have I not noticed this is a problem? Don't answer that, I actually know the answer. The answer is, of course... what the fuck? That works? Okay, you know what? I'm not looking gift horses in the mouth right now. Good enough. And it's because I stopped importing coal by truck, isn't it? Of course it is. Stopping the coal imports because I booted up my friggin', coal core was perhaps a bit of a mistake in the grand scheme of things. But it's okay. You'll need it later, yeah. Alright. You guys should not have any workers from outside the CM. Okay. Anyway, so it turns out that my entire logistics network was actually secretly hinged on getting enough coal to the train depots that they would still actually want to go coal there. And then they could just pull the rest from the warehouse. But, you know. Oops. Turns out, not so much. Alright. Yeah, the coal export train's also going over here now. In the end, it's probably fine. So, the good news is, I do have the potential to set up a cooling setup here, which I should probably do. So anyway, this is a terrible traffic jam because this is a construction zone and not really meant to be being used by you guys right now. Alright, so yeah, this thing can do 504 tons of coal. Hot dog. I don't know where the other coal export train is right now to compare. I think I may have doubled the amount of expect. Oh shit, no, because it's down one of the things, isn't it? It is. I could set up the second coal export train to start going to NATO as well. And pick up some more of their things. We'll see. Unfortunately, I cannot find the other coal export train. To be fair, at any given point in time, I wouldn't be shocked if all of my trains are just kind of fucked, given the situation with trying to switch over to local coal supplies. And how much of a headache that is apparently causing me. Yeah, 386, so... It ended up being not quite twice as much, but another 72 tons would, yeah, do pretty well. Oh, hey, that was one of the coal deliveries, isn't it? Yes, just scrap it. Alright. But yeah, no, I'm starting to use incredible amounts of coal. And this will help supply my growing capacity to use trains. I think at some point soon, I'm probably going to want to set up a coaling zone here. And probably get most of my coal exports heading for the Chemicil line. That will keep traffic down on the Dorohusk line. That makes sense. So yeah, we'll see. How we doing? Where are they vehicles? Tell me more. Oh shit, you're like almost there. Yeah, I want to know just how many trips it can make a month. It looks like maybe one or two, but it's tough to say. Like if it can generate 23 grand a month in coal exports to NATO, that's fine. You know? We can get a pretty large amount of coal just sent out, and it works pretty well by the look of things. Okay. And I am actually kind of making money hand over fist right now. Like, payback loan kind of money. Well, might as well. Because, yeah, I just have 730 grand extra right now. Technically, it's still negative because, you know, the loan. But that's fine. I'll probably end up taking another loan later anyway, but I might see about paying this off before I take it. Wow, that doesn't make any sense. Just makes me feel better. Well, congratulations. You broke that. Yeah, this thing can load so fast because I've got 3 transfers, and it's great. Fire station was alerted. Unfortunately, it is winter, so I'm not sure they'll get there in time. They struggle a bit on the winter road. But yeah, it's looking like I'm going to need a hell of a lot more capital. I'm going to spend probably the next hour or two literally just fudging my train lines a little bit, you know, to get more and more people to the mines and the coal core, and to get more exports heading for the border. Because that is, I think, what I do. That is what makes sense. You know? Like, I'm still, as far as I can tell, producing enough that what I do now is buy another PM3, send it to NATO, load it up with 7 goddamn cars, and have it return home. Just gotta hope the coal prices don't crash. Even if the coal prices do crash, it's not really that big of a deal. We, like, bringing the coal online, if anything, is very good because it's diversified our economy. Last month, oil was still our biggest export, followed by clothing, followed by coal. Here's the thing, though. Like, the coal line still needs some work, and I think I can bring it up so it's as productive as oil. And I'm actually currently trying to expand the light industry, so our clothes, alcohol, and food and all that, actually if you count it together, clothes, alcohol, and food are worth as much as the oil. Coal can feed back into the supply chain at least. Yeah, that's actually very important, is we are no longer importing coal. Well, not much anyway. Like, our coal imports dropped like a rock. If I go to last year, right, I imported 5,800 coal, or approximately 500 tons a month. You know? Which, like, honestly, is a lot, and only growing as I, you know, want to continue expansion. So this already is saving me 30, 40 grand in imports, in addition to all that exporting that it's doing. And that's very good. That's very good. January 1st, 1957. Do I have any new researches? No. One more year until I can get modern industry. So yeah, I'm going to spend the next year tweaking my trains until they work like I want them to. Which, honestly, is about half of playing this game sometimes. Just gotta make all the trains run on time. Oh, boy. Alright. With that in mind, thank you everyone for watching. I've been Overlays Kelvin, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.